Ever wondered how to take your favorite wine on your travels? Indeed, it's a conundrum that plagues many a wine lover. You've found that perfect bottle. It's a taste you want to savor, a memory you wish to bottle up and take with you. But traveling with wine? That's a different story. The world of travel seems to conspire against the wine enthusiast. There's the delicate nature of the bottle itself, so prone to breakage. Then there's the risk of spillage, turning your carefully packed suitcase into a soggy, wine-soaked mess. And let's not forget the labyrinth of airline regulations, a confusing maze of rules and restrictions that can make bringing your precious cargo feel like an impossible task. But fear not, dear wine lovers. Today, we will solve this problem and ensure you can always have your favorite wine with you. So sit back, pour yourself a glass, and let's embark on this journey together. First, it's crucial to understand airline liquid regulations. Air travel and alcohol have a long-standing relationship, but it's not always a straightforward affair. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, has established strict rules for carrying liquids, including alcohol, on board a flight. The TSA's 311 rule for carry-on luggage is a good starting point. The 3 stands for 3 ounces, the maximum amount of liquid you can carry in a single container. The 1 represents the 1 quart-sized, clear, plastic zip-top bag each passenger is allowed to use to hold their liquids. Now you might be thinking, but my wine bottle holds more than 3 ounces. And you're right, but here's the catch. The 311 rule only applies to liquids you intend to carry into the cabin. If you're planning to stow your wine in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you, it must adhere to these regulations. But what if you want to transport a full bottle of wine? Well, there's a solution for that too. You can pack larger quantities of alcohol, including wine, in your checked luggage. However, there are still some limitations to be aware of. The alcohol content of the wine must be less than 24% or 48 proof. For most wines, this won't be an issue as they typically range between 12 and 15% alcohol. For those of you with a preference for stronger spirits, don't despair. The TSA allows alcohol up to 70% or 140 proof in checked luggage. But remember, these bottles must be in their original unopened packaging and cannot exceed 5 liters per passenger. Airline liquid regulations can seem a bit complex at first glance, but they're designed to ensure everyone's safety while flying. By understanding these rules, you'll be better prepared for your next wine-fueled adventure. Armed with this knowledge, you can avoid any unpleasant surprises at the airport. Choosing the right bottle of wine to travel with is the beginning of your journey. You see, selecting the perfect bottle is more than just a matter of personal taste. It's a delicate balancing act of considering factors like the durability of the bottle, the type of wine, and the destination's climate. When it comes to the durability of the bottle, you might be tempted to reach for that fancy bottle with an ornate design. But remember, the journey can be a rough one. Instead, consider a bottle with thicker glass and a sturdy cork or screw cap. A bottle's resilience can be the difference between arriving with a delightful bottle of wine or a suitcase full of disappointment. Now let's talk about the type of wine. We all have our preferences, be it a full-bodied red, a crisp white, or perhaps a sweet dessert wine. But when traveling, it's worth considering how the type of wine might fare during the journey. For example, sparkling wines can be more temperamental due to the pressure changes during a flight. Reds and whites, on the other hand, tend to be more travel-hardy. But the type of wine isn't just about how it handles the journey, it's also about pairing it with the destination. Are you jetting off to a tropical beach? A chilled rose or a vibrant Sauvignon Blanc could be just the ticket. Or perhaps you're heading to a cozy cabin in the mountains. In that case, a hearty Cabernet Sauvignon or a mellow Merlot might be more appropriate. Finally, don't forget to consider the climate at your destination. Wine is sensitive to temperature changes, so a bottle that thrives in the cool climate of a wine cellar might not fare well in the heat of a tropical vacation. In the end, remember that the joy of wine is in the experience. It's about the anticipation of uncorking the bottle, the first sip, and the memories created. The right bottle choice can make all the difference in the success of your wine travel adventure. So choose wisely, and your journey will be all the more enjoyable. A scene script. Next, you need to gather the right packing materials. And here's where the fun begins. To ensure your precious bottle of wine survives the journey, you'll need to wrap it in something that can absorb the shocks and bumps of travel. First up, we have the humble bubble wrap. A classic choice, bubble wrap is lightweight, inexpensive, and widely available. You can wrap your bottle in several layers of this to provide a basic level of protection. However, it's not the most secure option. If the bubbles pop, your protection is gone. Next, let's talk about wineskins. These are essentially bubble wrap bags designed specifically for wine bottles. They offer a snug fit and come with a sealable top. An added benefit is the leak-proof nature of wineskins. In the unfortunate event of a breakage, the wine would be contained within the skin, saving your clothes and other items from a wine bath. If you're looking for something a bit more robust, consider specialized wine travel bags. These are often made from neoprene or other durable materials and are designed to provide superior protection. Some even have compartments for multiple bottles. However, they do take up more room in your luggage and can be a bit more expensive. Lastly, for the serious wine travelers out there are hard-shell wine suitcases. These offer the ultimate protection with their foam inserts and lockable hard cases, but they are the priciest option and not practical for a single bottle. So, what's the verdict? Well, it really depends on your needs, budget, and how much you value the wine you're transporting. If you're carrying a bottle of fine vintage, you might want to invest in a high-quality wine travel bag or hard-shell suitcase. If you're just bringing back a souvenir from your trip, a wine skin or bubble wrap might suffice. With the right materials, you'll be well on your way to having your wine arrive safely. No matter your choice, remember, the goal is to enjoy your wine at your destination, not to mourn its loss mid-journey. Now, we're ready to pack the wine in your carry-on. The first step to ensuring your precious bottle of wine makes it to your destination is to wrap it securely. We've selected our packing materials carefully, so let's put them to good use. Start by enveloping your bottle in bubble wrap. You'll want to wrap it around a few times, making sure it's snug but not too tight. The aim here is to create a protective cushion that can absorb any shocks or impacts during the journey. Once you're satisfied with the bubble wrap layer, secure it with some tape. Next, we're going to add a second layer of protection. This could be a wineskin, a specially designed wine protector sleeve, or even just a thick piece of clothing. The goal is to provide additional cushioning and to prevent any potential leaks from reaching your other items. Slide the bubble-wrapped bottle into your chosen protector. If you're using a wineskin or protector sleeve, make sure to seal it properly. Now that our wine bottle is suitably armored, it's time to find the perfect spot for it in your carry-on. Ideally, you want to place the bottle in the center of the bag. This is the safest spot because it's surrounded by other items, offering extra protection from bumps and knocks. If you're packing other delicate items, consider their placement too. You don't want to create pressure points that could potentially damage your wine or other items. Once you've found the ideal position, it's time to start packing the rest of your items. Start with your heavier objects. These should go at the bottom of the bag, near the wheels. This helps to keep the bag balanced when you're pulling it along. Then arrange your clothes and other soft items around and on top of the wine bottle. Think of your clothing as additional padding that can help to keep the bottle secure. As you're packing, be mindful of weight distribution. You don't want one side of your bag to be significantly heavier than the other. This not only makes the bag harder to maneuver, but also increases the risk of damage to your wine. Lastly, don't forget to pack items you'll need easy access to, like your travel documents or a good book, in the outer pockets of your carry-on. These items shouldn't be packed near the wine bottle as you don't want to risk disturbing its protective nest every time you need something. And there you have it. With a little bit of careful planning and strategic packing, your bottle of wine is well protected and ready for the journey ahead. Remember, the key to successfully traveling with wine is to think of it as another valuable item that needs protection. With these tips, you're well on your way to enjoying your favorite wine, no matter where you are in the world. Voila! Your wine is now secure and ready for travel. The final hurdle is navigating airport security with your wine, but fear not, armed with the right knowledge, this can be a seamless process. Firstly, it's essential to remember the rules and regulations we discussed earlier, the key one being the liquid limit of 3.4 ounces for carry-on luggage. This is non-negotiable and applies to all liquids, including your favorite bottle of Pinot Noir or Chardonnay. Now let's imagine you're at the security checkpoint. Place your carry-on on the conveyor belt and let it glide through the X-ray machine. If you've followed the steps we've outlined so far, your wine bottle should be snugly packed and not cause any alarm. However, there might be times when security personnel could have questions or concerns. Don't fret. Be upfront about having a bottle of wine in your bag. Remember, it's not contraband. You're just a wine enthusiast wanting to enjoy a good drink at your destination. But what if they ask to inspect your bag? Stay calm. Politely comply with their instructions. They're only doing their job. The security officers might handle your bag and the wine bottle to ensure it's not a security threat. Once they're satisfied, they'll let you proceed. A pro tip here, always have a printout of the airline's liquor policy handy. If there's a misunderstanding, you can politely refer to it. This shows you're aware of the rules and have taken steps to comply. Another crucial aspect is your demeanor. Keep your cool, stay patient, and maintain a polite conversation. Security checks can be stressful, but a positive attitude goes a long way in smoothing out any potential wrinkles. And there you have it. You've successfully navigated airport security with your wine. It might seem daunting initially, but with practice, it gets easier. Remember, the goal is to enjoy your chosen bottle at your destination, and these steps are your guide to achieving that. With these tips, you'll breeze through security and be on your way. Finally, you've arrived at your destination with your wine intact. Those long hours of travel, the careful packing, and the meticulous selection have all been worth it. Now, the moment of truth awaits. But before we dive into that, let's ensure your precious cargo has made the journey unscathed. After a long flight, it's crucial to check your wine for any signs of damage. Look closely at the bottle. Is the seal intact? Are there any signs of leakage? These are the telltale signs that something might have gone awry during your travels. If all looks well, you're in the clear. If not, don't despair. It's a rare occurrence, but an important step to remember. Now, you're ready to uncork and enjoy. But wait, here's a tip. Let your wine breathe. After being cooped up in a bottle at high altitudes, your wine needs some time to settle down and adjust to its new environment. This is particularly true for full-bodied reds. A little patience will go a long way in enhancing the flavors and aromas of your wine. From the moment you open the bottle, pay attention to the aromas. They'll tell you a story, the story of the grape, the soil it grew in, and the climate of the region. Take a moment to appreciate this. It's all part of the wine drinking experience. As you take your first sip, let the wine linger on your palate. Notice the complexity of the flavors, the balance between acidity and sweetness. This is the culmination of your journey, the moment you've been waiting for. Pair your wine with local delicacies for an authentic experience. The right food can elevate your wine, and vice versa. It's a symbiotic relationship that can transform a simple meal into an unforgettable feast. Now all that's left is to sit back, relax, and enjoy your favorite wine, wherever your travels may take you. Here's to the journey, and here's to the destination. Here's to the world of wine and the adventures it brings. Cheers! So, there you have it, the ultimate guide to traveling with your favorite wine in your carry-on. We've explored the complexities of the wine travel conundrum, giving you an intimate understanding of airline liquor regulations. We've guided you in the art of selecting the right bottle for your journey, ensuring you're equipped with the perfect accompaniment to your travel experiences. We've shared invaluable advice on packing materials for wine and demonstrated how to securely pack your chosen bottle in your carry-on. Navigating airport security is no longer a daunting task, as we've outlined the necessary steps to breeze through without a hitch. Lastly, we've painted a vivid picture of the joy of enjoying your wine at your destination, creating memories that will last a lifetime. Now, go forth and travel the world with your favorite wine always by your side. Until next time, safe travels and cheers.